Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Rhea here, and if you are new here, welcome to the lovely family. This is another get ready with me and a story time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hop into it. Y'all already know tea tree oil face serum. So literally yesterday, I was on my way home from class at 11 in the morning, and I was on my way home, and I was just gonna go home because there was nothing else for me to do. I didn't have to drive anywhere, and I already knew that my car needed to be fixed. And it was snowing yesterday. I knew it was supposed to snow yesterday. So when I got out of class, it was not snowing like it was supposed to have been, or like the forecast said it had been. It actually didn't start snowing until like 4 hours later. But anywho, like, that's just good for me because it's easier to go home, right? Or at least it should be. So I turn from campus and I go to, I was on my way from campus, and I usually go the back route. I never get on the freeway. For multiple reasons. I kind of like to drive, so I don't get on the freeway because I feel like my drive is cut shorter, which I mean it is, because I just hop on the freeway to drive faster to get to my destination. So if I don't have to, I'm not going to get on the freeway. So, but I drive the same route every day because it's literally just a straight shot home for the most part, from like campus and everything. So I'm on the road. I'm in the street. It's a two-lane street, and I'm on it driving, and then my lights on my dashboard start coming on one by one. Like, the first light that came on was my check engine light. Then my battery light came on. Then my ABS auto or anti-lock brake system light came on. Then then all of the lights on the dashboard just came on at once after that. So, Then not only did all of the lights come on, but they also started flickering, seeming like, my battery was pretty much dying. And I'm like, I didn't have any battery issues at all before then, and my battery is less than a year old. So trying to figure out why why my lights just came on all of a sudden. So then my car just kind of started sputtering a little bit. The engine, oh no, that was too much. The engine started sputtering a little bit, and I started, the car just started jerking. Then it just stopped. She gave up and she just stopped. Meanwhile, when all of this was happening, nobody wanted to let me get over. Like, I turned my hazard lights on and everything, and nobody wanted to let me get over so I can get to the side of the road or anything, because the shoulder was on the right side and I was in the left lane. And it was a lot of people out there at that time, and I was approaching a light, and the light turned red, so I really couldn't go anywhere. And then my car just stopped. My wheel locked, my brakes locked, and it stopped and shut off. Well, it didn't completely shut off. Like, the radio stayed on, the heater stayed blowing and everything, but the car itself just kind of shut off. So, and it just stopped. So then I tried to start it again, and it wouldn't even sound like the engine was starting, was trying to start. It was literally just clicking, just this clicking noise. I'm just like, all right, cool. My car wants to throw a tantrum because it's cold outside, blah, 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 whatever. So cool. I have roadside assistance. So I call my car insurance to get a tow truck because at this point, I don't know if it's like my battery or if it's like my actual engine. So I can't necessarily just say dead battery and have them like come and try to charge it and the car don't start or what have you, or it starts and then it stops again. So I was like, I can't really have that happen. And then while I'm talking to the lady, she's like asking me 1,000 questions. I'm like, I told you I was sitting in the middle of the street. I need a tow truck. And then the quickest tow truck she got me was like almost 3 hours. It was a 2 to 3 hour wait. I told her to find somebody else. Because she was like, do you want to keep that one or do you need me to find somebody else? I said, lady, I'm sitting in the middle of the street. I have to move. I can't push my car. Nobody wants to stop and help me. And, like there's nothing I can do. I'm just sitting here in the middle of the street at the light and people are honking their horns at me, telling me to move. Meanwhile, my car won't even turn on. So she went to find somebody else. She found somebody else. And the people that she found, they said it was going to be an hour wait. I'm like, okay, I'll take that because that's better than what she tried to get me before, or what she wanted to give me before, which was 2 to 3 hours. I'm like, I'm not about to sit here freezing for 2 to 3 hours. And like, there were no stores nearby, so I couldn't go in anywhere. Yeah, it was just a lot going on that nobody really appreciated, and by nobody I mean me. So yeah, then a man came up and like he pulled up behind me, and then he got out of the car and he just walked up and asked me if I needed anything, was everything okay? I was like, yeah, a tow truck's coming. He was like, okay, do you want me to wait with you? I was like, well, they said the tow truck's not going to be here for another hour and I don't want to hold you up. And he was like, but do you want me to wait for you, or you want me to wait with you? And I was like, sure, can you please wait with me? Because I mean, once again, I'm sitting in the middle of the street and I can't move. So he says, okay, well, I'm gonna wait for you and I'll be right back here in my car. I said, okay, thank you so much. Then a few minutes later, he comes back to my car and he says, are you okay? Like, are you cold? Do you need any heat? Like, you can come sit in my car. And I was like, no, I'm good, thank you. Because I mean, my car just shut off about 10 minutes ago, so it's still pretty warm on the inside. So one second. He goes, he was like, okay, just let me know if like you need anything, and you sure somebody coming to help you, right? And I said, yeah. And so then a few, like 7 minutes go by and I'm on FaceTime with my mom the whole time. And he comes back and he asks, like, when was the last time I called somebody? Like, did I actually call, whatever? Because I'm like, okay, bro, I'm not just sitting here because I feel like it. Like, no, I have things to do today. And I was like, yeah, I called. He's like, how many times did you call? I was like, I called twice. And they said that and then they messaged me and said that somebody's going to be here by like 12:15. And at this point, it was 11:30. And I had already told him that, you know, they said it was going to be an hour at least, you know, from the time that I called. So but all in all, he waited for me, and then like 10 minutes later, a police officer just so happened to have been driving by, and I was like, where were you like 30 minutes ago when this first happened? Because I needed a police officer like a long time ago, so that they could be, you know how like police officers kind of sit behind you and they'll turn their lights on and whatnot, so that traffic knows to like go around you and stuff. Yeah, I needed that kind of assistance. But like the police officer came, and the guy behind me, the guy that was waiting with me, explained to her what was happening, because I mean, I told him that my car just shut off. And so she was like, ma'am, you can't move your car, like you can't crank it at all. I was like, no, it's not even trying to crank or anything. So then she was like, change your gear and put it in neutral. And the man pushed my car onto the side, like into the medium, because the medium had no curb there. So it was like the road and then grass. So he pushed me over into the medium, and but like my wheel was still locked, so it was like really, really hard for me to turn it. And they were like, you gotta turn the wheel, turn the wheel, turn the wheel. I'm like, I'm really trying. And she was watching me struggling trying to turn the wheel. And I was like, listen, lady, you keep telling me to turn this wheel and it's not going anywhere. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I'm really trying. So I think I pulled like a muscle in like one of my fingers and my wrist and stuff trying to turn that wheel so hard. But like, all in all, eventually I did get it turned enough so that it can go into the grass. That one man pushed my car. That's crazy. And he was no spring chicken either. So he was like, is that enough? And I was still like, the tail of my car was still in the street a little bit. So then he pushed me a little bit more, but like then, because the grass itself is so like lumpy and uneven, it was really, really hard for like, after my car got in the grass, it was really, really hard for him to keep pushing my car, because I'm like, there are like a bunch of little bumps and this car has no momentum, because the engine's not going. There's nothing making it, forcing it or pushing it to drive or anything. So then the cops started helping him push my car. And like the strength on that lady, when I tell you my car moved, oh my God. I was like, hello. So, and I'm like, of course, me of all people, I know I am an advocate that women can do anything men can do, if not even better. So, but like that, yeah. So she helped push my car into the medium thing, and then I waited there for not too much longer. I'm just gonna say 10 to 15 more minutes. I don't know. I wasn't really keeping track of time, so the tow truck guy called me eventually, and he was just like, hi, this is so and so with this tow truck company. And I was like, and he was like, I'm turning around to come back to you now. So since I was on FaceTime with my mom, I wasn't even looking up. I didn't even know that he passed me already. So that was a plus. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, there was this one guy out there that was watching the man and the police officer push my car. And I don't know what he offered. I think he offered to pull the car. And so the man started going off on him. He was like, you see, we needed help and you gonna sit here and offer to pull a car. You can't pull a car, but how about you get back here and push, and something like that. But I was weak at like my guy's response. That was hilarious. But so yeah, the tow truck guy came, and so the guy who like stayed and waited with me, he then like started pulling off, but like he gave me his number, and this is an older guy, and he was just like, "Now, if you ever need any help or if you ever get stuck like that again, don't be afraid to call me," and blah blah blah. So and I was like, thank you so much. I was very, very thankful for him and the police officer that came and like pushed me out of the street and stuff. So yeah. This tow truck was a flatbed. So like the bed came out and he angled it down, and then like he tried to drive my car onto it, but like when he tried to start my car and my car wouldn't start, it wouldn't even make a noise when he turned the key in the ignition. It was just bad. So then he went back to his truck to try to get to get something for my car. something that, you know, he plugged it up to the battery. It was just this little handheld device that he plugged up to the battery, and it gave the battery power enough for the car to start and to drive up on the flatbed. However, the flatbed was so angled and everything, like my car just would not go up that flatbed because, I mean, even though he gave it a little bit of power, it wasn't enough. All in all, it's just a very, very old car because, I mean, it's a 2005 and she's having her issues. He would try to get her up on the flatbed and, like, she would go up a little bit and then just stop. So then, like, he just rolled back. He just rolled back and, like, got a lot of momentum and, like, sped up the flatbed just so that my car could get up there. And I don't think I still have the pictures of her either up there on the flatbed because, I mean, my car is my child, but I said that she was on the stretcher. But yeah, like, my car just kind of stopped. She needs new spark plugs because, like, I just recently had a spark plug. She needs a tune-up. Like, I just had a spark plug blow out not too long ago, as in, like, a few days ago. But, I mean, everywhere, like, every place that I called or went to for a tune-up just to check tune-up prices were trying to charge no less than $275 for a tune-up on my car. And over half of that is just labor. And my spark plugs, I have a 6-cylinder car, so I needed 6 spark plugs. Therefore, overall, like, my total for spark plugs was $50 and some change. So I'm like, there's no way $50 for spark plugs can equal out to be $275 at least. So with that being said, with this information, like, I didn't get a tune-up because, I mean, I still had other bills to pay. I'm not a full-time student. Like I said, my classes are, like, in the morning. So I literally have the rest of the day to myself. And then I don't have class every day of the week. So luckily, I didn't have class today. And I don't have class tomorrow. So I have literally today, tomorrow. Well, I can't do anything to my car today. Or I can't, like, take it anywhere or call for anybody to come pick it up because of the weather, because it snowed. But, I mean, I have a few days to get my car together before I need it again. So, I mean, I didn't freak out when it happened. I went on ahead and I called my insurance. I got the tow truck to be on its way before I called my mom and told her what happened. I didn't really tell anybody else. But in the same breath, I kind of told everybody else. Like, I just put on Snapchat that my car stopped in the middle of the road. One of my really close friends, the one that lives right across the street from me, she texted me and she was like, where you at? And at the time that she messaged me, which was the time that she saw my Snapchat, because I put it on my Snapchat story, I was already in the tow truck on the way home. So I just told her, like, I'm on my way home, I'm fine, you know. One of my line sisters messaged me asking me if I was okay, and I was like, yeah. I said, yeah, and I just said thank you, you know, for being concerned. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what's missing on my face, and I forgot to put my bottom liner on. I forgot to tight line. I was just super thankful. Even the tow truck driver, he was, like, trying to make me laugh on the way home. He was just like, in every situation, there are one or two things you can do. You can laugh about it, or you can laugh, or you can cry. Crying is not gonna solve the situation. Laughing isn't gonna completely solve the situation either. However, crying is only gonna make you feel worse, and it's not gonna make you think clearly. You're gonna be super stressed, and you're not gonna be able to figure out a solution. Whereas you can easily just kind of go on about your day. Your spirits will be lifted. You won't be stressed, and you can literally just go. You can literally figure out you can easily figure out solutions to your problem, like how can you fix what's happening. Yeah. And then he also gave me some pretty decent advice. He said, You'll be surprised at how many $18 mechanics there are. All you have to do is buy a pack of beer and people will come try to fix your car for you. People will come fix everything for you, and they will even bring their own tools. I was like, bless you, sir. So when he dropped me off, I was just like, thank you so much for everything. And now I just have to go walk to 7-Eleven, which is like on every corner here, literally. So I was like, just pick one, I can walk to it. I was like, so now all I have to do is walk to 7-Eleven and get a pack of beer so that people can fix my car, you know. And that was it. I mean, it wasn't a bad day. I forgot my blush, it's way over there, so I'm not gonna put any on. It wasn't a bad day. I mean, I was fine. I wasn't upset. I knew for the most part what needed to happen, but apparently because one of my spark plugs blew out, I was unaware that it was going to drain my battery, which is ultimately what happened. Because one thing happened, it drained my battery because it forced my battery to kind of make up for its loss and all of that good stuff. It forced my engine to do extra things to make up for what it's lost, which was a spark plug, at least just one. So now it's just to get that fixed. But I mean, I'm just gonna take what he said and I'll just make that the kind of tip of the video, which is there are two things that you can do in any situation. You can laugh about it or you can cry about it. You can be positive or you can be negative. Being negative is only gonna make you feel worse, and it's gonna be harder for you to find a solution because you're gonna be so stressed out about it. Whereas if you are positive, if you laugh about it, if you laugh or if you not make light of the situation, still take it seriously, but don't let it ruin your life. Don't let it ruin your day or what have you. Think about the fact that you're still alive. You still made it. You're still here. Now you can fix it. It'll bring more positivity, more positive energy into your body, you know, so you'll have a clearer mind. You won't be stressed out when it comes to thinking about solutions to your issues. I know I chose to be positive because I'm like, I have a stressful semester ahead of me. It's my last semester of college and I'm in an engineering class as a music major. So I'm like, I'm not about to let my car stress me out when I'm already going to be somewhat stressed about engineering when I'm trying not to be. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope that you take something from it. Be positive, not negative. I hope you guys just love one another, like one another, be positive to one another, hug somebody today, and I will see you guys in my next video. Stay lovely. Bye bye.